Good morning, good people. Welcome back. I'm going to be eating breakfast while we start this. We've got PPI today. It's June 12th. Let's get to the charts. I posted in the Discord that PPI came in. It looked like it was month over month. I mean, not much of a change. And then year over year, it was the same. So no change. Let's see. Looks like we're still kind of down over pre-market. Ooh. Yesterday was such an interesting day after the CPI numbers came in. Normally, when I see a move like that, the way it did in the morning, I was looking to play that 5-minute fair value gap, which they usually work. And yesterday, it did not. Let's see. I kind of want to take that trade, but I'm not so sure just yet. Let's see what the premiums look like for SPY. Also, that's like a second wick off of that area. Yesterday, I only lost like 1% in the portfolio. I was able to save it from... I had 2 wins, 2 losses, basically, on the Robinhood account. I think I'm going to start making some daily recap videos for that, just to show the progress of the small account. And also, I think I'm going to start trading my futures accounts like I'm trading my options, at least taking the same trades, because they are both... my options account's doing better. I know the volatility helps, but even just the moves, like if I held longer on my options accounts, I'd be making like $50 to $100 each move. So I'm finding the right moves. It's just getting having a little more patience to hold. And I have my coffee this morning. I'm very happy. So I can see that this 5-minute fair value gap was respected right here. I know even though it's a little bit, it's like, really? But when the 5-minute ones work, they work very well. And that's all you need sometimes. But I hope everybody's having a great morning. Let's see. It's unplugged. Excuse me. Oh, I don't use VWAP. I just had it turned on for yesterday. I like my charts the way they are right now. It's more of a simplified setup for me. We have a free Discord. If you want to join, the link is in the description. Every Tuesday and Thursday, doing free streams from 8:30 to 10. If you sign up for the paid version, which there's also a link for that, streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday as well. And that is a private stream. But you also get more mentorship and coaching. All right, let's see. What are we doing today? I promise I'll be more talkative as soon as I finish eating. Let's see. Let me grab my iPad. So right now, if anybody throws a comment, I can't see. All right, here we go. See, look at there. Bounce right off of it. All right, where are we? So we've got a ways to go. 6:30 is our original support, with 6047 being our original resistance. Checking back. Pre-market. Overnight and pre-market. Normally I check this stuff before I jump into the charts, but I had to take my daughter to school. Not school, but like summer camp. Okay. So we came back and took out that. Excuse me. We've come into this fair value gap once here. I just hope today's price action is better than yesterday's. Yesterday, first half of the day was trash. And I do mean half of the day. It made it hard to trade the second half. It's like when you second guess everything. I just felt like for a CPI day, very low volume. Until it wasn't. Slow moving. All right. We're making our way up. Probably to that 60-28 area. Before we consolidate or gonna be one of those slow grinds. I don't know how many of y'all are fans of salsa, but I love salsa with eggs. A breakfast taco kind of thing. I really, really like Chick-fil-A's. And obviously they don't sell it. So I had asked Chat GPT of all things, like, first I was like, do they sell it? And I was like, no. But then it gave me a recommendation. It was like Mateo's gourmet salsa. You can get it like Kroger or Walmart. Was like the next best thing to it. It really is. It's really good. Okay. What are we doing here? I feel like there's some days, like, because I have spent so much time in front of the charts, I feel like there's some days where I can just really, really read the market well. Like, oh, I know where you're about to go. And then there's days or sections of the days where it's like, what are you doing? Pick a direction. Excuse me. I'm going to be working on some education material today. And then I'm going to start rolling out some videos in the next couple weeks. Like, hopefully starting next week should be the first one. And then hopefully I won't hit the mic with my coffee cup again. No, let me get rid of these. I love that you can put your options charts over here for in trading view now. Whenever I used to trade on Thinkorswim, I traded using the options charts. Golly, excuse me. I feel like I sound like an old man trying to wake up. I'm going to be 36 tomorrow. Happy early birthday to me. Goodness. Soon as like this is my I think only my second ever live stream. So it's gonna take a minute to build up a little audience. But once we do, I will I'll definitely be doing more educational stuff throughout. I might even structure our 8:30 to 10 to where like every 30 minutes we talk about something. A little talking point. More so for the educational factor. No, I mean, I'm down to talk too, you know. Oh. You got some likes. It's a step in the right direction. Let's see what we're doing. If I don't turn that off, it'll jack up my other charts. Are we correlated? Yes. Let me switch over to the big market. We're down all the way across, except for Microsoft and Nvidia. What do we got? I think there's like 11 X sectors here. So 3 out of the 11 are green. Tech is green. Real estate and utilities. Everything else is red, but not like crazy red. And we're only down, so we're coming up to be about to be green across the board. Oh, I wonder why it looked different on MES. Yeah, on MES it showed that it touched. I usually typically use ES. Excuse me. So, man, if I had known that, that would have been the first touch point, which would have been the first trade. It's all good. Excuse me, good Lord. So not only would it have been the first touch point on this 5-minute fair value gap, but it's also coming into an area of it's retesting an area of strong support. So that's two confluences. One thing it would have had going against it for like me, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have taken it, but is that it already broke this 1 hour high, and that's typically, I wasn't on at 7:30 this morning, but I'm still working out these. I'm still working out it's like a detector for failed breakouts and failed breakdowns. It's pretty cool. But I say it every time. I'm going to have it on so that I can test it out. But I don't want you guys taking these trades just because. Like, some of them you'll be right, but not all. Like, there's different confluences that are needed in order to take this buy or this sell. So don't just blindly take those. because you're watching my screen. I mean, you shouldn't do that on anybody's screen, but yeah. Okay. Climbing on up to 60.29. I said 8, but it was zoomed out. See what it does once it reaches that stronger support level. I know because it's above you would think resistance, but so the name of the game for me is holding my trades to let them work in my favor. Not all trades, but the trades where, well, probably pretty much all my trades, actually. Almost everyone I've taken would have been green. Or more green. Most of them are, the small account is doing very well. I'm very, very proud of myself for finding something that works and sticking with it. Waiting for a setup right now. Waiting to see what we got. We're 5 minutes away from this becoming a 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see. What are we eating into right here? A lot of red. A lot of red, but also a lot of red that's already been tapped into. So I could see us pushing for 60-40. I could see us pushing for this area. It's kind of how I start formulating where we could go. So I'm just gonna mark that real quick as kind of a target. Like this whole area. Usually it's not going to push through on unless we're just really getting a lot of volume. It'll tap into this, maybe retrace a little bit and then hit that. But we'll see. Because look, it already gave up all that. Ooh, that happened fast. I didn't expect that. That reversed really fast. That's a strong candle. Are we going to retrace? There was another. Oh, I got the 15-minute up. That's why. Need my 5. Are we going to retrace back to this one now? Is the question. How many times have y'all been in a trade where you catch a top like that? And then you're like, yes, 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 yes. And then it reverses right here like that. Oh, it happens so much. And then it's like, what? We're back at break even almost. Most of the time, I'm just like, fine. I'd rather get the break even than lose a bunch. Or actually, like, even take a small, because right here, if I took this one, I usually take it where the candle ends. It would be my entry, and then my stop loss would be just above it. Sometimes you really do just have to let them ride out, because it can look like it's going against you and then just drop off the face of the earth. And then you're standing there like, just left 150, $150, $200 on the table. And I've gotten to the point to where if I nail $100 trade on spot, and I'm saying the dollar amount because it's going to vary depending on your contract. For me, I'm taking one SPY, so $50 to $100 is great. It's incredible. For a small portfolio, that's a great trade for me. I have a little game plan for growing the account. I think I'll share it whenever I start making content about the small account thing. Oh, fun fact, tomorrow is my wife's and mine birthday. We have the same birthday. All right, what are we doing here? It's one of those things where it's like it wants to drop, but it's going to play with everybody's emotions. And news-wise, we don't really have anything else major for the day. Balance sheet. But I don't know if that means that Pal is talking at 1. If Pal is talking at 1 today, then that makes sense why it could be a little wonky. Let me look it up. Nope. He was live 9 days ago. Uncle Pal. Uncle J Pal. So far, nothing is moving me to take a trade. Which makes me very proud of myself. Seems so almost childish, but if you knew the amount of bad trades I used to take, I guess we all go through it. Which is why part of the reason why I created this community is like I want to teach. There's a better way. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I got it all figured out, but I've got almost 7 years of like nerd-like experience in researching charts, indicators, all that stuff. I spend a lot of time. I'm very like techie. Like I have to learn. I need to know the why behind things. It's really great. My daughter's the same way. She's 6, and it can be a little. She's the same way as I am at almost 36 now. I'm kind of interested at taking a chance on something. Let's see how much they are. I didn't get it. I had put in an order for. I had put in for a spy put. A 600. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It reversed. I was trying to get it at 99 cents. Let's see if it's still there. My phone's moving slow. Where's that 5-minute at? Let me look at the 5-minute one more time. I might have just dodged a bullet. We'll see. All right, what are you about to do? Next 5-minute candle. Yep, I might have just dodged me a bullet right there. It wasn't an entry that I would normally take. I was just trying to feel it out and see if we were going to drop. See if it was going to drop. I'm always trying to catch those knife drops. Sometimes I can, but catch it back down to the low and then possibly down into here, or at least back to the 60-10 area. But it's just I'm not sure what we're doing. All right, I'm in one. For better, for worse. Even if I can ride it from the 60-21 down to the 60-15. I was afraid of that. Yeah, I'm getting out. Yep, there's $10 going. Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid of that right there. Oh, well, you saw me make a mistake live. Took a trade. I took a trade based on feeling. Let's see. Post them losses. What did I say originally? I said it was going to go up to that area, and I went against my own intuition, my own original intuition. It's all good. Mistakes. That means, let's see, what is that? That'd be a new one. Okay, so we tapped into the next fair value gap here, which it looks like has already been tapped into once. Both of these have already been tapped into, so this line here, it's a very real possibility that it could just ugly grind up. I was hoping to see a little bit more of a retracement first, but we'll see. I kind of also was hoping that this was going to be accurate in taking that trade. It was kind of part of my like, okay, well, we haven't broken above it, so it's all good. We blow through this, we were tracing somewhere, at least here. Like, I like to see a good, and that wasn't really in the. I like to see good retracement. Like once it starts, kind of roller coastering a little bit, get some movement. All right, let's go back to our options. Glad I didn't take that trade too on my futures. I'd have been mad. I am babying my futures performance accounts right now. I'm treating it like a small account. What I'm learning is trading is all about building confidence in your system. It doesn't have to be like the most perfect system, but it has to be a system that you're confident in that has results. Proven results. And not just like back testing a strategy proven, because I've back tested this indicator, and I've gotten incredible results. But it's still like just because you back test it and like you can see the losses and everything, it doesn't make taking the loss any easier. All right. We're going to go up, up, and away. I need to get some kind of news, something. I basically use X for breaking news and all that. So now after that trade, I really want a good trade that's going to give me a good piece of the pie. Then I don't know, just the way this looks this morning, it just really, really looks like we're waiting on something. Let me see, or the market's waiting on something. Look at that. Why isn't it showing up on here? That's weird. It's the whole reason I use it. Man. I just don't like chasing. So clearly the entry for the long for me personally would have been here. I don't like chasing that stuff. But to each his own and her own. For me to take another long, I need this 5 minute to close and the next 5 minute to dip down into here. But I also need this 5 minute not to give up all of this. All right, here we go. Oh, that's the 1 minute. See, almost made a mistake. Let's see what it does. It's already pushing into it. We are trending up hard. I see TradingView is acting funny. Good Lord. Get that. Rocket chips. All right, 10 seconds on this candle. It really seems like we want to reach up and grab that area. Hmm. Well, I'll come back to it. Man, we had just rocket ships today. ladies and gentlemen, that small entry point right there was the ticket today. And I didn't do it. For whatever reason. I would love for this to give me another entry, like close this candle, maybe tap into this one, and then let's go. That's my target. Stay alive for 40 more seconds. Don't you do it. Also, don't leave without me, please. All right, come on. Here we go. Almost about to hit my target. Come on. I got it. My original target was 1.54. Watch, it's gonna hit it now. Gosh, I just couldn't stand it. I can't take it. It's gonna hit it. I'm gonna learn to hold these trades. It's gonna hit it. Come on. I'm already out, but I still want to see it hit the target anyway. Don't do it. Don't make me right. Don't make me right. My entry was oh, it just hit it. It just hit the target. 1.54. Yeah. They would have paid right there. I want to see if it can get 1.64, which would probably be the yellow line. Still hovering at 1.54. This is a decent trade for me. I know they feel small. They might feel small to watch, but imagine, like, I'm just doing it with one contract now, but imagine if I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know? I should have stuck. Man, I'm gonna learn that. Learn to trust myself. Usually it'll do this, and then it'll pop up and hit it. That's why you got to have your order in place. And there again, I did not take... I just got to develop a system so that I can take my future trade and the option trade at the same time. Let's see. I'm about to put the deets in the Discord. Center dot was our entry. See, it's going to go. I just want to know if it's going to hit 1.64. I like even numbers. So in terms of putting in a target, it'd be better to just put an even number there. Yeah. Okay. So my entry was 1.24. My exit was 1.46. Not mad at that at all. Would have felt even better if we didn't take that $10 loss at the beginning of the day. It's all good. Man. I don't want to see it come down and then go back up there. I just want to see it pop up there and hit that real quick. Because right now it's making me feel like I did the right thing. And I don't want to feel that way. I probably should have stuck with 1.54, which would have been that. So basically, I wrote it from level to level. I'm not even in the trade and I'm mad at it. Get up there. It's a 15-minute fair value gap that's untapped right here. That's the beginning of it. That's why I put that yellow line there. So that's why, like, looking out on a higher time frame, like looking ahead, can kind of give you some direction and help you with choosing a target. Especially if you enter into a trade further on into the move like this. Like, to see there's not as much room there as if we would have, excuse me, as if we would have entered down here. I just feel it. It's going to pop up there and grab it. The anticipation. Come on. Get up there. Yeah, it's going to go. It's going to get it. I wonder if it's going to get 1.64. Yeah, it is. That been might even go up into the 7s. There it goes. Usually when it does this, it'll pop up real quick and grab whatever, and then it's going to reverse. It's like all the pressure's been building up to this one moment. That's also an area where, like, you could probably, sometimes, not all the time, you can set your take profit a little higher, because all that, it's like all that pressure is going to just push it up real quick and wick it up. You could be part of that wick. This probably, I'm just shooting straight, but this is probably the last trade I'm going to take on the stream. I'm going to keep going until 10, but the way I trade, like, I kind of look at the charts almost like a story. Like, this part of the story is almost done for the day for me. Just this, I'm just saying, this part, this going up to this yellow line, this target that we had, I need to let it breathe and play out after that, and then see what sets up again later on in the day for me. Because I have a feeling, since we've basically just trended up this whole time, there's going to be a fairly decent retracement at some point. Oh, not now. Come on, get up there. I mean, we are just right there. Get up there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do what you did to me earlier. Fake out down and then rip up. It's literally how we lost the first trade. And I'm going to put on there, original target was this. Most of my trade ideas, like, they do take 20 minutes sometimes. Come on, just give it 164. I mean, that would have only been $30. No, 40. That would have been 40. There it goes. I'm going to, just to clarify. See what I said? 174. I told you. Look at that. That would have been that's a $50 trade right there. I told y'all. I trust myself with my analysis. Well, I trust my analysis, but I don't always execute on that trust. if the first one, like if my first trade was a $50 winner, I would trust most of my trades so much better the rest of the day on. All right, let me screenshot this real quick for the old X account. And for the Discordians. All right. Well, I'll upload it later. So I lost 10 on the first trade this morning. Today is the 12th, yeah. Lost 10, gained 22. So we're up 12. So let's see, in order to hold through that, which this is another reason why buying here allows you, like, it doesn't necessarily feel good to hold through this, but it feels a whole lot better than being like, oh, okay, I see we're going up now. Let me buy here and then hold. Because I'm going to show you on the options chart here in a second what that looks like. It don't look like what it looks like here, where it's just like, oh, if I entered at 60.38, I'm back at 60.30. No, options don't work like that. That time decay is a real factor. I don't know who you are. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on, I'm going to switch over. Let's see. It doesn't do the supply demand things on here on purpose. This was my entry right here. 124 was my entry. That's a freaking good entry. Then the next part is management of the trade. So we're already 144 right here. I should have held. It almost gave it to me. Gosh darn it. We are at 184. Oof. But what I was saying was, you're 122 or 124. That's, yeah. So if you enter here, great. If you had entered here at 144, because you thought it was you thought it was going well already, you'd be like, oh, okay, here we go. Oh, now I gotta wait through it. Oh man, and then now you're slipping back under, and then especially down here, you're through away from being $10 under. It doesn't feel as good to watch your trades go through drawdown. So with options, if you can get a better entry, for me, it helps this kind of back and forth feel a whole lot better, like psychologically. I love the fact that these show up on here too, on this options chart. When I really get it honed in, oh, I can't wait. Like, I want to be able to have my system with the indicator down to a point where I would trust it to where it's like, oh, okay, you say go, we're going. So, I honestly, 174 is probably the furthest I would have held, knowing that this pop was going to happen. 154 was my original, right? Then I got scared and moved it back down to 144. But 140. It got out of 146, but 154 was my original. But that was my entry. That's a good entry. And that's the 5-minute fair value gap. So I hope you learned something from that today. I might chop that one little section of that up and just post it as something. for options. Also, I'm just letting you know, like for me, I buy options that are either in the money or at the money. In the money meaning, let's see. So if we're at 603, the option that I'm gonna buy is the 603 option, meaning we're already at 603. Like it's in the money. The at the money would be 604. So that's the next one up. Or if you're taking a put, 602 would be the next one down. Okay. Plug my coffee warmer in. My coffee's gotten cold. For giggles, let's go look at. We're done with this one for the day. Let's go back. Let's look at what the. I already did my stuff. I'll leave it on in case I want to do a video recap. I need to do video recaps. Rephrase it. So, let's see. Let's look at the SPY chart. You can do the same thing on the SPY chart. It's just ES is like the futures that's attached to the same products in SPY. So the entry, let's see. Why aren't you showing? Oh, it might not be showing because see this gap, it's not showing all the stuff that's in pre-market. That's another reason you don't see stuff on SPY. Anyway, that would have been the entry though. I know it's literally the bottom, but because of where the fair value gap was, that would have been our entry. So I would have been looking for, we were at 59.60. Let's see what the 600. I'm going to do the 600 and the 601 real quick. SPY June 12th. Just to show you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My target, because we were above this would not have been my target. That yellow line probably would not have been my target for this trade. All right, 6. I was like, that ain't right. I grabbed the wrong ones. SPY call June 12th. All right, so what did I say? 600 and 601? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Which one are you first? Probably 600. Okay. Because we were at 5. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Price wise, that's in my wheelhouse now. So probably about 130, because nobody nails the bottoms. But the line for the fair value gap probably would have either been 130 or 133. Shoot. And that yellow line is probably about right in here somewhere on the ES chart. But the 1 hour high is what I go for. It's just, it's a little wonky on here because of the way the SPY chart is. I mean, 133 to $3. I mean, you could have gotten a full $200 if you got the stones to hold it. I would have loved to even just been able to get 100. Yeah, because on that big pop right there, more than likely for me personally, looking at this on the SPY chart, I would have been looking for taking this to at least above this. So my exit would have probably been 843. What was 843? $186. Let's see where it was at. In order to get $100. So 133 done. That's over $50. 907. Where were we on SPY at 907? That would have been above that one. That would have been above yesterday's close for SPY. $837 to 90. Ooh, that's a long trade. I'm not mad at it. It's just hard to hold that long. Anyway, I show you those just to show you the potential of what is achievable. All right, let's get back over here and see what we're doing now. It's another thing I like to do once I finish a trade. Just step away for a second. Man, I don't want to believe that that's another opportunity right there. But we've got the trend line that still hasn't been broken here. And that fair value gap is very valid. So let's look at it from the 5-minute. This would be the next point right here that it would hit. Uh-oh. I wonder if this is old news. I saw it last night. Yeah, this is old news. Okay. Let me report on some old news right now. I saw Elon Musk apologized. Whoa. I don't know if any of you. I'm sorry. I'm on. I'm on X for like. I was just looking at that news thing that popped up. I don't want to repeat it because I don't want it to. Oh, good lord! Plane crashes. That wasn't the news. It was a different thing. But apparently there was a plane crash. In India. Somebody survived. One person survived out of 242 people. Says he escaped by jumping from the plane. What? Oof. Crazy stuff. Oh, I can't watch that. I'll be flying too much these days to watch that kind of stuff. I should have never watched it in the first place. I am very curious about this right here, though. Let's see. I got my chart pulled back up here. I'm very curious to see. Do we push through this? Because that would be the break of the trend line and this fair value gap. I mean, we are pretty high up. Excuse me. This red and gray kind of represents oversold. I mean, overbought. In a sense, it's not like true RSI. I really only prefer taking trades when I see the line, like a reversal trade, when the line breaks above this gray line, gray area. Because I want the maximum. I don't want to. It's risky business. I learned. Being like, oh, we touched the red. Let's take a short. I mean, look at what happened here. Ooh, you'd have been burnt. So this is the next resistance. That's actually, I think that's the first resistance. Yeah. This is kind of middle ground we're in right now between support and resistance. Ooh, here we go. Are we breaking? Ooh. If I was a shorting man, I don't know. I'm not saying no. I think if this gives up right here, it could knife down to here. or fake you out and do that right there. That's why it's dangerous. So you could have shorted right there on the break of the trend line, but you're shorting inside of a fair value gap. I did take a trade at the break of a fair value gap the other day. It was another $100 banger. I hate that word banger, and I just said it. I kind of look at the stock market as like a living, breathing thing, and it needs to be able to breathe, and that's what it's doing right here. Took a deep breath. Up. Held. Now it needs to. Of course, my analogies could be completely just bogus to you, but it helps me. It helps me put a little bit of logic to an illogical system. Interesting. But just like I'm going to shout out these supply and demand. I will shout this from the rooftop. Adam Mancini is where I get these. I do pay for it, but it's completely worth it. I mean, it pays for itself. I'm not making that. It truly pays for itself. As an added level of confluence, oh yeah. And I kind of built my indicator based around his style of trading with the failed breakouts and failed breakdowns. That's what I'm building this indicator based on. But again, it is a work in progress. Don't you be taking trades off of it. What's crazy is how it confirms this level of supply. Like, they are not working together. This is not working off of this level. Ooh, look at that. It's going to hit that line. Now, if you ever wanted a quick scalp, that's the scalp right there. Is it just me, or does it feel like that candle closed really fast? Very nice. What are we looking like on this 5 minute? The next blockade is up at 60.54. See, and that's how kind of the story continues for the day. Is if we're going to go up that high, that's the next part of the story. Now, obviously, this trend line was broken, so I'm only leaving it on here for video purposes later when I do a recap. What was that one trade we were in? This one. It never ever went back to my original number either. I'm gonna pull it up real quick just to see what happens when you hold a trade a little bit. It really would be great to see a retracement now, just to see it breathe a little bit. Let's see. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:04. I'm going to look this up real quick and we'll call it a day. SPY 602 call. There it is. Liberation Day 2.0. I didn't even understand what the first one was. So it did. See, this is what I'm talking about with the options. It came all the way back to my original exit, almost. 2 away from my original exit. I just don't understand what the point would be to hold that long, in my opinion. Like, my goal was already that yellow line. So even if I believed it was going up to the red one, I would have probably re-entered at a later point. But that thing paid. Ooh, did that thing pay? From that trade I took today, it just would have been a lot of work to get to hold for $100. That's why I don't like to do dollar amount goals. I just want to take what you're going to give, like what the market's going to give me, and then like scale up. So, excuse me, focus more on just taking good trades and then scale up as your income grows, as your portfolio grows. But we're going to call it a day. It's 10:06. I hope everyone had a great one today. I had a good time on here sharing information. Anybody who goes back and watches the rebroadcast of it, feel free to throw questions in the chat. Again, we're live Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 to 10 Central Standard Time. It's the free stream, and then there's a paid one for Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, where you get more personal, private. There's a private chat, and there's more personal connection. So, you can find that link when you join the free Discord. You can see there's a link to subscribe in there for that. So, I hope everyone has a great day, and we will catch you next Tuesday. All right.